Okay, guys, so here's the deal. Uh, I basically had a mass die off in the 65-gallon tank. I say mass die off, but they didn't all die at the same time. It was just a slow progression, and I haven't. I don't really have the energy to keep up with all of this stuff now. So I have the 80-gallon here. What I'm going to be doing is, once I got the 65-gallon all set up and done with, I'm going to keep 3 fish. Just 3. Aside from the ones that are currently living in the 65-gallon, which are just some shrimp and culilaches. I'm going to keep the Cinepoma, the rope fish, and the Raphael catfish. Unfortunately, everything else like the yo-yo louches and the Pico and those, they're gonna have to go. I've already got an idea of where I'm going to take them. There's a 200-gallon that recently someone tampered with and messed with, and is now just screwed. At one of the restaurants in this town that I work at, one of them, and basically the one I don't work at. It's the same restaurant that I took the Paradise fish to and is currently keeping them. So once that tank's all set up and situated there, I'm gonna take the Pico and the yo-yo louches there, and by that time the other tank should be done, and I'm just gonna get rid of the 80-gallon. So ropefish, Cinepoma, Raphael catfish, I'm keeping them. Unfortunately, in this tank I lost the, I wouldn't say I lost it, it died. Not really sure how, just it died. So in this tank here, there was the anchor catfish. Its water was clean constantly. It did have some floating issues. I fixed that. It just up and died. I don't know how. So I'm going to be emptying this tank. It's been dead for a week. Guys, I'm gonna take this plant out, put it in the 65-gallon, empty this tank, and turn it into a small terrarium just to keep like beetles. I figure I'm just gonna get some, what are they called? Mealworms. Figure I'm just gonna get some mealworms, put them in there, let them grow, or whatnot. They'll breed and they'll have some food and whatnot. So there's that with fish. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This 5.5 gallon is getting turned into a terrarium. I'm going to put some, I'm gonna drain the water, put some dirt in there, there's some soil, a few plants, some moss. What the hell is that? What the rock? So I'll have a little terrarium just for insects. Wouldn't actually keep any reptiles or rodents in a small tank like that. I'm gonna get rid of the 80 gallon. It's just taking up too much space and way too much time. 20 gallon, I'm keeping it. It's the quarantine tank. I basically have to keep it. 65 gallon. Once I got it fixed and dealt with, I'm going to. That might help. Might help if it's actually plugged in. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that. It should be good from that point on. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed taking care of fish. I did. I still do. But I don't have the time and energy that I just had. I'm working 6-day weeks. I have 1 day a week where I just cram my water changes. I already don't have a social life. I've been just struggling, especially after I got hit by a car. Really not much you can do after that. So once it's all situated and dealt with, I'll start up my little thing. I'm not gonna keep like a whole crap load of beetles, right? Just a couple. Just a few, just what can fit in there. And I'll give me not really like a stable food source for the fish, but something live for the Cinepoma to have fun with, I guess. No way in hell I can keep crickets in that tank, so I won't be doing that. Mealworms. They don't fly around, they don't jump. So once I'm done that, I won't have to do anything else. I'm going to take some of these stones and put them in a 65 gallon. Close to the day, of course. Probably the day of the transfer. I'm going to find a way that I can actually stack those up or whatever, that the fish are gonna have lots of places to hide and whatnot. They don't need too much, just one large cave, one smaller cave. Plants should be mostly fine. I imagine the shrimp will get eaten by the other fish and maybe some of the coelages too, but what happens. Other than the shrimp and coelages, there's one survivor that's left in this tank, or that's in a quarantine tank here. One survivor. And there's a single glass catfish. If you recall, I had 4 in that tank. That's what I meant by a mass die-off. They all started just dropping right around the same time, within the span of a couple weeks. Like I've had them for a long time. It's been years. It's probably not their entire lifespan. I think they live up to like 4 to 6 years, but I think it's been about 3. They've been mostly fine. We just can't exactly keep up with all this stuff now. It's just Like I can manage 2 tanks. I can't manage the 4. 2 tanks is what I can do on one day a week of having free time. Of course, I don't want to have to get rid of, these fish I've spent years taking care of, but hopefully it'll just be done and over with. And hopefully that'll be the end of it. Maybe I can continue the channel in some sense, but for the most part, that's it. That's all I can do. Ever since the car accident, I've been having leg pain. It's usually just knee pain, but it's enough to the point where when it hits, I can't be mobile. I can kind of get around, but it's too much pressure on it. Just it puts me into a situation where I have to sit down and rub my leg out for a while while I get through the rest of the day. That's it for this video. Peace.